Hello everybody, Justin from Countless Cards here, and I'm making this video to explain how card breaks actually work. I know some people that are coming back into the hobby or starting anew might be coming across breaking for the first time, which has sort of been around for the last 15 to 20 years. Not something that was back in the 90s when I started, but so I'm going to explain it as simply as I possibly can, and so you can try and get your head around it, because it took me a little bit to get my head around it when I first came across it. So I'm going to go through all the different styles of breaks and then show how a break actually works. But before we do that, just going to give a little explanation about the different products so you know what you're getting into in the break. So I've got here a Prism Basketball Blaster Box, which is a retail product. So there's two different types, there's retail and hobby, and this Chronicles Basketball Hobby Box. So if we take a look at the retail box, a blaster box, these are produced for the big stores in the US, the big chains like Walmart and Target. Sometimes they have their own exclusive. You can see here there's a blaster exclusive ice prism. Sometimes, depending on which company they're made for, they'll have different exclusive prisms. Sometimes it's a green or a pink, but this one's just the standard blaster box. So the differences are mainly to do with the numbered cards and also the insert. So if we have a look here at the different types of prisms that are in this box, you can see under here that it says numbered to 25. That's about as low as they go in the retail products. They don't generally go under 25 in their numbered cards. And also the inserts. So we've got 75 years of the NBA, Global Reach. We've got a variation, team variation there. So and also autographs. So autographs aren't guaranteed in these retail products. Generally, with something like a blaster box, they're about 1 every 10 boxes. An actual retail box, which generally sells for in between $250 and $300, they're probably a little bit easier to hit, maybe 1 in every 4 or 5. They used to be guaranteed, but now they're not. Whereas if we look at a hobby box, this is a different set, but similar sorts of ratios. So we've got guaranteed to have 2 autographs in the box, which is generally around the market. There's either 1 or 2 in most boxes. But if we flick it over to the back here, you can see here numbered from 149 all the way down to 1. So that's the major difference. That hobby boxes will have cards that are numbered 1 of 1, numbered to 10, which is a gold, and then there'll be say 25, 50, 49, 75, all the way up to 149. So there's about 7 or 8 different numbered cards in Chronicles for this release, and most of them are the same, whether it's Prism or Select or what have you. So the big difference is that hobby boxes is the place to find the really big cards. They're more expensive. This retails for around 600, 550 to 600. But hobby boxes are more likely to have the big cards in them. So you pay for what you get, basically. I mean, you can still hit a Kay Cunningham autograph card in a blaster box, but your chances are much slimmer than what they are of finding a big card in a hobby box. So now that we've got that under control, we'll flick over here, and what I want to do is show you some of the different types of breaks that we've got, or that breakers will have. So this is our website here, countlesscards.com, and we go into the break page. So currently we've got a few different styles here. So the first one I'm going to show you is the most common, which is the pick your team break. So you get to actually select which team you want in the break. So if we slide down, we've got some information about the actual break. Here it is. There's 29 total spots. As you can see here, we've got Win Detroit. So we're giving Detroit away in this break. It's usually the most popular team, and it's the reason that we give a team away is to try and encourage people to buy the lower priced teams and the least popular teams, to try and help them sell, so we can sell the breakout. So there's 29 teams aside from Detroit. So they're all various prices and the prices are based on the potential value of the cards within that set. So all we have to do is pick your team from the drop down menu, and then during the break one team will win the Pistons. And we've also got the checklist here, we'll go into that in a second. So we come back up here, we go to our drop down list, we can see that Atlanta Hawks are $25. A team like Charlotte with LaMelo Ball, they're $45. Dallas and Luka, a bit more expensive at $60. This is a box of select, so the boxes are valued at around $1,200. You've got Houston, $75 because of Jalen Green and some other rookies that Houston have. The Warriors are the most expensive team now that Detroit are a giveaway, so they're at $100. So all we have to do is, if you follow a team or you follow a particular player and that's all you want, then just click on the team. The Lakers, you want LeBron, and then just add it to your cart and go through the checkout. It's as easy as that. Now, if you don't have any particular team or player that you're after, but you want to, you're just interested in any cards, then the best thing to do is click on this checklist here, and we'll go in and have a look. So you can see exactly what cards are in the set. Now this is really important part of research, especially if you collect older veteran players that have retired, so you can find out what teams they're on, and also for players who have been traded. For instance, James Harden got traded halfway through last season, so the first releases during the year he was part of the Brooklyn Nets, and then got traded to Philadelphia. So in the second half of the season he was with the 76ers. So if we go down here, we should be able to find him here to find out which team he's on. Just scroll through, I think he's down here somewhere. There he is. So he's with Brooklyn. So if you want to collect James Harden cards, you would buy the Brooklyn Nets, not the Philadelphia 76ers. So some of the releases that came out before this, he's in Philadelphia. So I've got a card here. There he is with Philadelphia. So you've got to make sure that you do your research to find out, especially if your player's been traded. If they haven't moved, then you don't have to worry, they'll be on the right team. But if they have been traded, then always have a look to see which team they're on. So as I was mentioning before about the players that have retired, so someone like Shaquille O'Neal, who played for quite a few teams, as we can see here, he's got an autograph with the Orlando Magic. So if you bought the Los Angeles Lakers, assuming that he's going to be part of that, then you'd be missing out because he's with the Magic. Anthony Hardaway's another one down here. He played for quite a few teams. He's with the Magic as well. Vince Carter. He's got autographs in here for Toronto. Clyde Drexler. He's got Portland in this set, but he has signed for Houston before. If we keep going down, and here's another one here. See, Ray Allen. He's got autographs with the Milwaukee Bucks. So all this goes into the calculations for the value of a team. But if we scroll down a little bit further, and Dennis Rodman's with Detroit here in this selection committee signatures, but if we go down and have a look in the signature selections, here's Dennis Rodman. He's also got autographs with the Chicago Bulls. And I think if we have a little a look as well. I think we will find. Now I can't find him. Ray Allen. There he is. So he's in the signatures set. He's also got autographs for the Boston Celtics. So if you're collecting a player that's played for multiple teams, always pays to check to see which team that they have signed the card for, because Charles Barkley's another one. He often signs for, he's with Phoenix in this, but he also signs for Philadelphia and Houston. So if you collect Barkley, then you want to be buying the Phoenix Suns, not the Philadelphia 76ers or the Houston Rockets. So it's a great way to start, is to go in. The checklist is usually put up on release day. So if you're buying into a break before it's been released, then it's a little bit of a gamble because you don't know exactly which players that will have certain cards, autographs or inserts in that set. So, but if you're buying it after it's been released, then always pays to check to have a look at the checklist and go over which players are on which teams, and also for some of the stars, the current stars like Luka, to see whether he's got what cards he's got. If you collect Luka, he's got a memorabilia card, so he's got a patch card. He's also got a signature here somewhere. I think he might have been up the top. Where is he? He's here somewhere. He is here somewhere. So, but someone like Jokic, who doesn't sign for every product. So if you like the Nuggets, you might want to wait until you find something with the Nikola Jokic autograph. So he's in select. So that'd be a good one to go after. The same with Luka. The same with Steph. Steph doesn't sign for every product. So if you want to pick and choose, or you can just basically go after everything. There's Luka there. So he's got 249 autographs at least. So he'd probably have a few more than that. So your chances of that's actually quite a high number for Luka. Usually he's around 99 or less. So there's some huge names in this checklist. So it is a good one for veterans. The top end products like Select and Prism, they tend to bring out the big signers. So if we go back, let's say you want Dallas, you want to go after, Luka's got an autograph in it. He's always in the insert. So all you have to do, click on the Mavericks, add it to your cart, and check out. All you have to do before you do that is just to sign up for an account. So all you have to do is click on the little person up here, little icon, create an account. All we need is an email, sign up, and then check out using the various payment methods there. So if we go back to our breaks page, one of the other break styles that we use a lot is the random teams, which we use tiered random teams. So if we go into this Prism break, as you can see there, we've got the one box and it's tiered random teams. So if we have a look, what we've done is we've divided the teams into two tiers, and it's based on the value of each team. So tier 1 contains the 15 most valuable teams, tier 2 16 through to 30. So instead of just getting one team in these breaks, you actually receive two teams. So there it is there. Each spot receives two teams, one from tier 1 and one from tier 2, and there's only 15 spots. So the other random style of break contains 30 teams, so one spot per team. Whereas this one, we've got two teams per spot. So you're paying double. So you can see there that's $50 per spot. If it was 30 spots, then it would only be $25. But the one thing that you're guaranteeing is that you're getting one of these most valuable teams. There's nothing worse than buying a break a few days in advance, and then getting to the break, and then you end up with one of the least valuable teams, whether it's a team like Utah or Miami, where there's not a massive amount of valuable cards. This way, at least you're guaranteeing yourself a chance to get a valuable card. So that was the most frustrating thing when I came back into the hobby, was I'd go into a break and then not really have much luck with the team that I draw, and it was very deflating. So we like to give everybody as much chance as they can of getting a big card. So we thought this was the best way to actually do it, because I mean, you can still go into a random break and buy two teams and you're still not guaranteed to get one of the top ones. You might end up with Utah and Miami, so two of the bottom teams, whereas this way you're at least guaranteed to get one of the top teams. So that's pretty self-explanatory, that one. All we do, so if we did a tiered random team break, what we do is we pop these teams into our list. So if we go over, I've actually got a little, we're already set up here. We've got and we'll run through how it actually works. So here's a list of names that all our spot holders. So the first thing we do is we've got a set of dice here. So we spin the dice. It's 5. So then that determines how many times we click the randomise button. So we'll spin it 5 times to shuffle everyone's name up. There it is, 5 times, and what we do is we copy that list into our spreadsheet. Then we come to do the teams, and we're spinning exactly the same amount of times. So 5 times for each list. Here's our list of tier 2 teams. So it's Atlanta all the way through to Washington. So we do the same again. 5 spins, and you will get matched up with a tier 2 team. We then copy that one in, put it in our tier 2 column. Then we do tier 1. So that's Charlotte through to Toronto. Another 5 spins. And then copy that list in. And then everybody's been matched up with 2 teams. So if we make that a little bit bigger so I can read it. So Eddie's got Detroit and Atlanta. Frank's got Houston, San Antonio. Margaret's got Indiana, Washington, all the way through. Then we take a copy of that, and we will post that in the picture here when it's done. We used to do it on Facebook. From now on, now that we've got the website, we'll have a picture here so you know exactly which teams you got. So then it comes to just breaking open the pack. So if we go back, I'll show you exactly. Switch it back over here. So let's pretend that I've opened a pack of cards, and here they are. So Anthony Davis. Now I should have fixed this zoom. I've got an autofocus here. Let me get this in the right spot. Just fix this so we can see it. Right, there we go. So Anthony Davis is the first card out. He's with the Los Angeles Lakers. So the Lakers, whoever owns the LA Lakers gets that card. Reggie Bullock. Now, Reggie's in a New York Knicks uniform in his photo, but he's a Maverick. So that's all that matters. You don't pay attention to the photo, because some of these players have signed for new teams or been traded after the cards have. Before the photos can be in their new uniforms added to the card. So they just changed the background and the title. So he's a Maverick, so you can see on the back that it's got the Maverick logo on the back. So that's what we go by. Same with PJ Tucker, he's in a Milwaukee uniform, but that card is for the Miami Heat. So whoever's got Miami gets PJ Tucker, the Pelicans spot holder gets Brandon Ingram, and so on and so forth. Jared Allen goes to the Cavs, Jason Tatum goes to the Celtics, Peyton Pritchard goes to the Celtics, Desmond Bain goes to the Grizzlies, and Danilo Gallinari goes to the Atlanta Hawks. So then we bust all the packs open, we hand out every card that comes out. Some breakers will charge you extra or don't do the veteran cards. We hand everything out. The spot holders are all paying for the box, so we think everybody in the break deserves to get all the products, all the cards that come out. So we hand everything out. The next day we'll pack it all up and send it off. Or if you're local, you can come in and pick it up. So that's how that part works. And the other style that I wanted to show was the AFL style. We've still got to do the random hit one too. So the other way we do a pick your team is like with the AFL, is we do a bonus second team. So 18 teams in the AFL. So this is actually a 9-spot team, even though if we click on here, there is 18 teams in the drop-down list. You come down here, you can see that there's 9 spots in an AFL break, and each spot receives 2 teams. So you pick your first team, and then you'll have a bonus team from the teams that aren't sold. So as soon as there's 9 teams that get sold out of here, then we'll mark it as sold, and then so there'll be 9 teams left, and then we'll randomly match you up with a team that hasn't been sold. So usually it's Gold Coast, GWS, might be North Melbourne. A lot of the interstate teams tend not to sell, so that's why we just do the 9 spots rather than trying to sell all 18, because some of them aren't real popular with like GWS and the Gold Coast are a bit harder to sell. So we also sometimes do a draft for the second team. It tends to be more with the Footy Stars Prestige, Optimum, the higher end products, because we do keep everything at the same price. Even so Richmond is the same price as a Brisbane, even though they're more valuable cards. So what we do is we rate the teams on value. So Richmond and Collingwood will have this last and second last pick for their second team. So keep your eye out for that. There'll be an explanation in the section of the break down the bottom there, explaining how all that works if you ever come across it. So the other break style that I want to talk about is a random hit style, which tends to be with the more valuable boxes. We're talking anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000. And this is a wrestling one. So this is a box of Impeccable Wrestling, which is about $1,000. The NBA version of Impeccable is around $3,500. So, and there is very limited. There's only 9 cards in one of these boxes. The NBA version only has 8. So when there's 30 teams in the NBA and there's only 8 cards in the box, that means there's a lot of people that are going to miss out on getting anything, and you're looking at maybe $120 for a spot. So if you're paying out that sort of money, you really want something in return. So what we do to make sure that everybody gets something that's in the break is we do a hit break rather than a random team. So for this WWE break, we've got 6 hits. So if we come down here, you can see there with the product details that there's 5 autographs and there's a special insert as the other hit. So the special hit is a stainless steel card, stainless stars, which is printed on a stainless steel plate, similar to a printing plate. Or there's the silver and gold bars, which are very valuable. The silver bars are about 1 in every 3 boxes, which is 1 a case. And there's also a memorabilia card that's in there as well, which has got a jumbo patch on it. So we considered that to be the other hit. So that way, everybody that's in the break, so there's only 6 spots, so there's 5 people will receive an autograph card, and then 1 will get the special insert. So which is a 1 in 3 chance of getting the silver card. The gold bars, they're only 1 of 1, so they're really rare. So more of a chance of getting the silver, but most of the silver cards are more valuable than an autograph. So getting the special insert spot is actually probably better than getting an autograph, to be honest. So then we've also got 3 cards left. So there's 3 base or parallels in these boxes. So what we've done is to spread the love a little bit, and to make sure that nobody really misses out. So the 3 spot holders, this bottom line here, the 3 spot holders with the lowest value hits also receive one of the 3 base or parallel cards. So if you were to pull one of the weakest autos that came out, the least valuable auto, it might be someone from NXT UK or whatever that you've never even heard of, that card would be put with the best base or parallel card. So it could be a holo card that you can see here that the parallels are 49, the golds are numbered to 35, holo golds are numbered to 10, and there's 1 of 1s as well. So some of these can be actually more valuable than the autographs as well. So it might be a Hulk Hogan holo gold to 10, so that would be paired up with the lowest value autograph, and then you'd have a chance of winning that card. So what we'd do is we'd rip the box open, show all the cards, and then put the 3 base parallel cards with some of the autos, and then pair the spot holder up with a card or cards. So it's a little bit more complicated than the normal style, but we do get a much more value out of a random hit break, rather than doing these boxes in random teams, because this way at least you're guaranteeing getting a card. So that's the big difference. So a lot of breakers will do a box of Impeccable NBA as 30 spots with only 8 people, maybe even 7 if there's 2 players from the same team that come out, and have most of the spot holders missing out on anything. So we don't like to do that. We like everybody to get something out of the breaks. So in the more valuable products, we will do the random hit style to make sure everybody gets something. So there's also, with the wrestling, we also do a tiered random wrestlers. That's very similar to the tiers in the basketball, except there's a lot more tiers because of there's so many wrestlers. So if we have a look here, you can see there's a tier 1 male, tier 1 female, tier 2 mixed. So in these breaks, you get 1 from each tier. So you might end up with Brock Lesnar, Liv Morgan, Kevin Owens, The Rock, the $1 Million Man, and Jerry Lawler, and then Diesel and Shawn Michaels, Bradshaw and Farouk, and then one of these combos on the end. So just a much more fun way of doing wrestling breaks. A lot of breakers just do a pack break, which is just to give away a pack, where you randomly get a pack out of the box, which is pretty boring. So I created the tiers to make it more interesting. And to keep everybody's interest in the entire box rather than just pull a pack out and then have your part end. So there's the different styles. There's also you might have a division style for baseball, NFL, the sports that aren't quite as popular, where it's harder to sell spots. So each spot holder gets an entire division. So like the American League West, or the NFC East with the Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, etc. So they're a little bit more rare though. As we tend to do more basketball, it's just the pick your team, the tiered randoms, and then we do just the 30 spot random teams when the box is more valuable, just to keep the cost down a little bit. Obviously you're paying double for a tiered random team, so if we've got a box of Prism or something that's $1,500, then to make it a bit cheaper we just do the 30 spots. But I'm hoping that has cleared a few things up and made things a little bit easier. If you do have any questions, we've got the contact page here. Just pop your name in and your email and ask away, and we'll try and help you out. But hopefully, if you've thought about going into a break and now had everything explained, and you can now jump in. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a much more cost-effective way to be part of current card collecting, as the products are a lot more expensive than what they were back when I started, certainly. You know, we're buying boxes, you know, pack of cards for $3, box for maybe 120. Now you're lucky to get a box for under sort of 200 or 300. So this is the cheapest way to get involved. And if you just want to collect the one team, then get into the pick your team breaks, and you can always have the team that you want. So hopefully that answers all your questions. And until next time, Slady out, and we'll see you during the breaks, hopefully.